Hello Aries, welcome to your 2018 yearly reading. This is a general reading for 2018, a projection of what sort of energies you're going to be working with, a summary of the energies you're going to be working with next year. I'll give you a month by month breakdown. It'll be a brief introduction to that sort of energy in that particular month so that you can work with it to your best advantage. So if you choose to take heed of the energies that are around you, if you have projects or anything you want to do, pre-plan and see how it will evolve for you. It's always to your best advantage to take on these energies. Consider them when you're planning your year to make it the most fruitful year that you possibly can. So that's what this is going to hold for you. It is a general reading for you, Aries. If you would like a personalized yearly reading for 2018, I'm going to have a special offer for personal 2018 yearly readings for the month of December and January. So if you follow the link to my webpage, you will be able to book in for a personalized yearly reading, which is going to be far more specific to you and the energies that are around you. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank you for subscribing and commenting to my channel. It's really nice to hear from you, and thank you to all those people that have booked in for private readings. It's nice to connect with you on a one-to-one basis and let you know what is in store for you personally. So having said all that, let's see what your year has in store. It looks like it's going to be quite a good year. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is an excellent way to start the year, really, because what it is it's fate, it's lessons that you're learning, it's things that you've been through. When you get the Wheel of Fortune and it's in the upright position, it's telling me that you've learnt those lessons and you are in the best possible place for new beginnings and new things coming through. So that's a really nice way to start 2018. So January for you, I feel like you're going to hit the ground running. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to come to fruition for you. There's going to be opportunities opening up for you in January. Some of those opportunities you've been working towards and you've been planning. Some of those are going to catch you by surprise. So for some of you, it's going to be reaping the benefits and rewards of foundations that you've laid in the past. For others of you, it's going to be something that's going to be quite unexpected, quite a surprise for you that comes your way. It is a month of thinking on your feet, so really learn to think quickly, learn to follow your intuition, learn to follow your gut instinct in making choices and decisions that are right for you. But it is going to be quite a bright month, quite a flowing month. Things are just going to fall into place for you. So enjoy that energy. Enjoy the energy of surprise, of things flowing, planning things. The Wheel of Fortune's come around to you to good fortune. You know, the Wheel of Fortune always reminds me of the seasons. You have summer and you have autumn, and then you have winter, and then you have spring, and then summer again. And that's life. Life always works in cycles like that. You know, you have really good times, but then there's lessons to be learned, and so you have hurdles to jump over and things to solve, and situations that come up that cause you to be more creative in how you're doing things. Okay, but for you, Aries, in January, you are up to being in the summer of your efforts. So enjoy it, and start planning new things. Start reaping those rewards. putting projects into action. Okay, if there's some of you, I feel like there's contracts coming up, contracts that need to be signed, completed. So it's a time of completion where it's contract signing time. You've dotted the I's, you've crossed the T's, and now you can move forward with things that you had put in place in 2017, and it's finally coming out in fruition for you. Okay, so that's January. Then we move off into February, and in February you've got, you know, the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is where we imprison ourselves. You know, you're going to feel a little stuck. You're going to feel like, okay, I've made all these decisions in January now. Have I made the right decision? You're going to start second guessing yourself, and you're going to start feeling like you're stuck, or you can't make those decisions, or it's just overwhelming. That's a situation that you're creating yourself. It's about your thinking. So it's about changing the way you're thinking things through. It's about changing the way you're calling the energy in, because there's absolutely no need for it. If you're creating issues, if you've got doubts, they're personal doubts. They're doubts that you're creating. So you're creating that stuckness in your environment, in what's going on around you. Okay, you've created it. You can come out of it whenever you like. Oh, there's my phone. I'll just turn that off. Okay, so you're creating that. You're creating that, and so it's you can undo that whenever you want. Okay, it's really changing your perspective on things. Okay, there's situations that come up, there's decisions that you're having to make, and you've made a lot of decisions in January, and now it's spilling over into February, and you're thinking, have I made the right choice? Have I made the right decision? You're starting to second guess yourself, and that's not necessary. You have followed your gut, you've followed your intuition, you doors are opening. That's telling you that you're going in the right direction. Okay, don't feel overwhelmed with the changes, with what's coming up for you, because that creates your prison, that creates your cage, that creates your inability to move, and that's all going on in your headspace. So really be mindful of that. Be mindful of that, okay? And look at, you know, it's about how you're looking at things. It's about your perspective on things. So that you might need to shift. Well, you can shift that whenever you want. Okay, everything that happens to us, it's all a matter of perspective. The way it affects one person and the way it affects another person is perspective. So keep that in mind for February. Okay, for February. As we move across into March, obviously February's exhausted you, because March, you've got the Priestess. The Priestess is quite a good card to have. It's a major arcana card, and what my guides are telling me for you is it's going to be a time where you may need to retreat, go within. So the Priestess is quite a spiritual card. It's about self-exploration. It's about going within. It's about discovering the self. It's about meditation. It's about withdrawing from the hustle and bustle. So you're going to have very busy first 2 months. By the third month, you're needing to recharge your batteries. You're needing to just re-energize. You're needing to withdraw a little bit. You're needing to withdraw into your safe haven and go on a spiritual journey, go on an internal journey, asking yourself those questions. You know, if you're having to change the perspective of things, it's about going in, having an internal journey, voyaging down into your private places, and you know, into your heart, into your mind, into those places where people don't know, don't come there. That's where our thoughts, our very personal private places, so thoughts are. And so you may need to explore those and review them. So March for you is going to be a quieter month, and it's a time of reflection. It's going to be a month of reflection for you, of exploring what's going on, how you're thinking, what needs to be changed, reviewing things. And always follow your intuition. Your intuition is going to be heightened in March. So use that to your advantage. Really listen to yourself rather than taking advice externally. Okay, it's about withdrawing. And it seems that when you do that, you're very, very successful, because in April, hold on to your hats, because it's all going to start happening. In April, you've got the world. So you've sown the seed, you've made the changes in January. You've thought about the changes that you've put in place, and you've withdrawn to process all of those changes and all those thoughts. And so come April, you have absolutely just, the world is your oyster. It's just going to be everything that you've put into place. All those seeds that you've planted in January are going to start coming to fruition. Things are just going to happen for you in April. It's also your birthday month. So, you know, it's about the beginning of your birthday year in April, and it's going to be really good for you. It's going to be, everything you touch is just going to work out. Your projects are really going to take off. Your, you know, this is just, you know, the first card in the Major Arcana is the Fool, where he starts his journey. He starts his journey, and there he is in the middle. You know, he's started his journey, and he's trusted the process, and he's gone through the process of, you know, all the stages, and he comes to the end of that journey, and everything he's learnt, all the decisions that he's made, and it's standing him in good stead, because for you, it's your journey. It's the faith you've had. It's things that you've put in place, and it come to April, and you're where you want to be. I feel like it's a really good month. It's just everything's going to work for you. Everything's going to work out for you. Lovely energy. It's a really good energy for you to really progress. You know. Don't doubt. There's no doubt. There's no need for doubt. You're going to feel absolutely energized. Absolutely energized come April. Okay. Come May, and you've got the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands here is it's a really, the wands are a really creative energy. It's a creative energy. It's a fiery energy. It's the fire in your belly. It's a passion, and really doing things that really resonate with you, really bring you a lot of pleasure. You know, for some of you, it's going to be camping. For some of you, it's going to be planning holidays. For some of you, it's luxurious holidays. For others, it's, you know, fishing trips. For others, it's working in an area that is creative. It is also something that you're going to be doing with a group of people. There's going to be a group of people around you. So it's not something you're doing on your own. May is going to be a month to bring other people in, okay? Be around people, socialise, be creative, have fun come May, okay? And that's going to be quite a dynamic energy. You're just going to be really, I feel like you're just going to want to do things. You're just going to feel restless, you know, in that this inner excitement, not knowing where it's coming from. Make sure you harness it and do things that bring you pleasure, because they're going to bring you a lot of rewards, a lot of new contacts, a lot of socializing, a lot of fun. So that's really lovely in May. It lightens, the energy lightens up in May. It lightens up in May. Come June, and you're going to feel a little bit disappointed in institutions or government, or there's going to be some disappointment there for you, but it's your disappointment. It's not a reality. It's something that you feel. For some of you, it may also feel like, well, I've put in all this work and I'm not reaping the abundance, financial abundance that I thought I was going to get. You know, I'm worried about it. I need more. That's in your head. That's your self-talk, because it's not actually reality. Okay, it's how you're thinking. It's how you are going to think and feel. So try in June to remain positive. Also, for some of you, I feel like June is also going to be a cleaning out month. It's a month of moving on and moving out people that are no longer serving you. Okay, they're no longer serving you, and it's cleaning them out. It's a cleaning out sort of energy. Anything that's not serving you, anything that's not going to be right for you, you're moving it out. For some of you, it's going to be a sense of loss. For some of you, it's going to be a separation from a loved one. A family member, maybe going overseas for a period of time, going away, they're moving away from you for a period of time, and so there's that loneliness and that sense of loss. It could be if you've got older children, they're going to college or university, they're moving away from home and living on campus. It's different. It's going to be different for different Aries, but you're all going to experience this loss. Okay. Whether it's a financial, and it's not as bad as you think it is, but you're thinking the worst, and that's how you're feeling. Could be a sense of loss of, not so much loss, but missing children that are moving away from home, or a loved one that's going away for a period of time. That's the energy that's around you in June. Okay, so be nice to yourself in June. Do things that are going to bring you some pleasure, or go and have a massage, walk along the beach, whatever it is that revitalizes you and re-energizes you. You're going to need that. You're going to need that nurturing in June. So be mindful of that just to get through that month. A lot of it is your perception. So you just need to be nurturing to yourself. Do things that make you happy, bring you pleasure. Okay, don't forget that when we go through months that are a little bit bumpy, a little bit hard to get through, any situation, any problem, or any lesson that we've got in that particular month, be aware that it doesn't define you. It's not your whole existence. There are always things that we feel grateful for. There are always things we can show appreciation for. So don't forget that. Whatever's going on is a small section, a small part of your life. It's also filled with a lot of wonderful things. So don't forget to look at the wonderful things that make you happy, things that bring you pleasure, okay, because they are there. Okay, so in July, you're taking charge again in July. You're taking charge again. The King of Wands is very controlling. He's got his finger on the pulse. He calls the shots. Very, very strong, very determined. Things go the way he wants them to go. That's the energy that's around. Okay, because we're talking about energy that's around you. Okay, so the energy that's around you in July is really one of, you're going to want to take charge. You're going to take charge. You're going to take control. You're going to decide on the direction of your life, of decisions you're making, of where you're living, of where you're working, of how you're working. A lot of you are going to be making changes about how you work, whether you're going to decide, well, I've had enough of getting up and working 9 to 5. I'm going to work from home. Oh, I'm going to start my own business. There's some sort of changes you're making, a new way of looking at how you're making your income, how you're making your money, where you're taking back your control of that. Okay, so that's coming up in July for you. Okay, it could be that in June, because you're feeling this, you've had enough, and it's causing you to, in July, decide, well, that's it then. I'm taking charge. I'm going to do things my way. And very much it's going to be doing things your way. That Aries determination is going to really come through, where you're going to take charge of it. You're going to do it the way you want to do it. Okay? August, victories, difficulties, path out of difficulties. It's done. It's done. You're victorious. You're going to walk up the staircase. All these other wands in the background, here they are on this side. They're all the difficulties, the lessons that you've learned, the things that you've overcome, the things that have made you stronger and more determined, have helped you make decisions, helped you bring in the change that has been necessary for you. And you're feeling satisfied. I've done well with that. This is what you're thinking, I've done well with that. I'm really proud of myself. I've brought these changes in, and it could be that, you know, in July you're finally taking charge, had enough, I've planted all these seeds, I've done all this work. In July, I'm taking charge, I'm making those decisions, and they're going to work out really well for you in August. Okay, you're going to be sitting pretty in August, absolutely. You're going to, maybe for some of you it's working from home, starting a new business, but starting it on what you've learned in the past knowledge, past experiences, past situations. You're going to bring those in and use them, which is really good. September pays off. It pays off. July and August are paying off. Okay, and it's time for harvesting. It's time to bring in the harvest, and you just need to sit there and watch it all fall in your lap. Okay, you've put in the hard yards, you've put in the work. August is going to be a really successful month for you. Financially, you're going to feel satisfied. Abundance is also not just financial. It's, you know, your family. You for some of you, you've taken that next step into the relationship. And you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling like, you know, all your efforts, all your work, all your, you know, moving through a relationship and all the issues in a relationship, you've come to a really lovely place and you take the next step. For some of you, it's the birth of a child in the family. It's a new birth. It's, you know, a harvest is reaping what's been sown. It's new members of the family. It's contentment. It's, you know, all of that. It's not just financial, but financial's really nice. Who doesn't like financial? Okay, but it's, you know, you've moved house, you've got a new location, you've got new business. You're feeling really good. Comes September. You're feeling absolutely on top of the world. Fantastic. Sitting pretty, waiting for all of those rewards from your hard work, which is really, I like that. I like that. October. October is a month where the love energy is going to be really strong. Yay, everybody likes that. Everybody likes a bit of love. Everybody likes that. Everybody likes to know that that's an energy that's around. If you're single, great time to be going out, socializing, meeting people, because you're going to be attractive to the opposite sex. That's the energy that's around you. They're going to be drawn to you. They're going to be attracted to you because that's the energy that's going to be around your sign in October. So some of you, if you're single, there's the potential there to meet the significant other. If you are married, then your relationship is going to move to a really nice place. It's going to be, you know, a really nice place. If you're in a relationship that's not working, then it may well be it's a time to move that on to allow new ones to come in, a new relationship to come in. Okay, so it's on a romantic level, it's about, you know, bringing in change, but it's about wanting that significant love, wanting to be adored, wanting to be loved, wanting all of that. And that's the energy that's around. So certainly use it. It's also about self-love. It's also about partnerships in business. So it could be, I'm hearing as well, it could be that some of you are going to call in a business partner. Okay, so your business is at a particular point where you're calling in a business partner, giving them some sort of a role as well. Okay, so exciting month in October. I really like it. I'm talking faster. I'm just feeling like, wow, let's get going. It's really nice. Really, you're going to just have lots of fun and be aware. Socialize. Don't sit at home. Really make an effort to go out, to accept invitations, to mix with other people, because you will make some fantastic friendships, if nothing else, and great connections with people. So really, really lovely. November, you've got, he looks like a green elf, doesn't he, getting ready for Christmas? But no, this is the Page of Coins. And the Page of Coins is November. Don't be surprised if someone comes to you with a new venture, an idea that they want to put in place. It's something that's very young, very new. You haven't yet decided, you haven't yet crossed into those that greener pastures, so to speak. It's something that is presented to you and you consider it, or you're deciding that you're going to expand your business and have another branch to it in the very early stages as well, you know, so don't be surprised about that. I also feel like for some of you it could be a child that you have, an older, you know, teenage child that is wanting to start a new line of work or work from home or start new study. There's some newness about that in the early stages, so you could hear about that. That could be presented to you as well with children, plans that they are wanting to make. Some of those children are going to want to go overseas and travel at that particular time of year, so that may be presented to you as well. Planning stages. This is all about planning stages. So November, it's all about planning, new ventures, new beginnings, new job maybe. It could also mean study for some of you, where you're thinking, I need a little bit more experience, a little bit more study. Okay, so for some of you, it's going to be that as well. Action-packed year, I must say. December, you've got justice. You've got justice, and I feel like in December it's about balancing, almost like you're going to play mediator in some sort of situation. It could be a family situation, it could be between children that you have, but you're playing the mediator, you're making the decisions, you're holding the justice of, you know, let's balance this out. It could be that you're weighing out pros and cons in decisions that you've got to make about work, about a house move, about a new business. Okay, you're going to be balancing out information, balancing out, and the decisions are going to be yours. So the decisions are yours to make. So you're going to go through this, will I, won't I, well, let's do the pluses and minuses of this situation. You're going to reside over the final decision. So the final choice and decision is yours about what's going to happen, and you're going to be very, very fair about it as well. You're going to be very, very fair about it as well. For some of you, the Justice card is going to be that what they're telling me here is the Justice card for some of you is about karmic balances. Karmic balances. So, you know, what was happening in the beginning in January and all the new things that were coming in, the summer of your wheel of fortune, the seeds that you've planted are going to come to fruition by December. By December, well and truly, you're going to reap the benefits of your hard work at the beginning of the year. So work really hard first 4 months of the year, where you've got, you know, especially in your birthday month, where you've got the world. Let's see if I can pick this up. Okay, you've got the world, planet, you know, dream, write your wish list. It doesn't matter, you know, even in January, it doesn't matter how much you want to plant, how many ideas you have, how many things you start. That doesn't matter. It'll take you to December, where karmically things are going to just start coming your way. So the more you lay the foundations in the beginning of the year, the more you're going to reap at the end of the year, which is really important. Okay, so I'm going to take out a card that's going to just summarize what's around you. There you go, look. Organize for success. Okay, so and it's about planning. The first part of the year is about planning. The second part of the year is about bringing it all in, making it all happen. Okay, organize. Be organized. Don't waste those energies that are around you, because they're going to be very, very beneficial. And this says, do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps, okay? And that's just so the energy that's around you for 2018. So be really, really organised. I'm going to give you another card on your spiritual journey. Let's see where you're at with that. Guidance. You are divinely guided. So when you're in March, when you're going within, meditating, understand that you are divinely guided. Also, the Justice card, you are divinely guided. It's karmic. What you've reaped, what you've sown, you will reap. Okay, there is divine guidance around you. Your angels are there. So certainly when you are at a point where you need assistance, when you need help, if your guardian angels, your guides, your people that are there to support you through this lifetime, they won't step in and help you unless you ask. They can't. They will observe, but you need to actually invite them in and ask them for assistance. They won't make decisions for you, but they will certainly help you open doors. But you need to ask. So don't forget to ask for your guidance, okay, which will be really beneficial for you. I hope that's been really helpful for you, Aries. It's certainly been an exciting reading, an exciting 2018. If you would like a personalised 2018 reading, limited time only, go to my webpage and book for a personalised yearly 2018 reading. It's only going to be available January and December, or I should say December and January. So December 2017 to January 2018, and then I will remove it. Okay, so enjoy.